Aloha everybody, my name is Bethany Bolger and I'm a massage therapist, I'm a yogini and a life coach, and I am coming to you here from Bennington, Vermont. I am the owner of Aloha Studio and the founder of Aloha Yoga Teacher Training. And recently I was asked, what makes Aloha Yoga Teacher Training different than other yoga teacher trainings? So I'm going to try to explain that in my words to you today. So first it kind of comes down to, who am I? Who is Bethany? Who am I? And what do I bring to this practice? So I have been, for the last 18 years, on a full-on student learning path of conscious living. And that looks like learning energy techniques, looking at belief systems. It looks like practices in learning shamanism. It looks like a lot of yoga and yoga workshops and yoga trainings. And through the last 18 years, I've really embodied so many holistic and energetic practices that have aligned me with myself, that have made life really juicy and really amazing. So a lot of these practices that I've embodied are woven into the yoga teacher training itself. But my intention when I started to kind of put together a syllabus and with the idea playing with yoga teacher training, what I wanted was to empower each individual so that they are aligned with their purpose, that you're aligned with your passion, that you are excited about teaching, and to give you all of the tools necessary so that you are confident day one after the training to begin teaching. So that was really my intention, and kind of like looking at the end goal of how I built the training up from there. So the Aloha Yoga Teacher Training breaks down into what I call 3 sections: embody, evolve, aloha. And so the embody piece of our training has to do with learning really powerful, really strong alignment practices, as well as really dynamic breath, energetic experiences. And I find the combination of the two, having a strong foundation, and from that foundation really having an experience of expansion and connection and aliveness through the breath is incredible. They marry together, they go hand in hand. So part of this is from day one, you're going to start teaching. From day one of our training, you're going to begin to connect with your voice. You're going to begin connecting with yourself as a teacher. We'll start slow, don't worry, and we'll build as the training goes on. But really, I find it so important to start teaching right away, to start speaking right away, and so that by the end, you're ready to go. You're excited, you're stoked to share, you're ready to get out there, and you're confident to do so. So that's a big part of the training. Alignment, breath dynamics, beginning to teach right away. So a part of this, what is important to me as a facilitator, are small groups. And so Aloha Yoga Teacher Trainings are limited to 12 people. And that's going to be very different than many other yoga teacher trainings that are out there. But as somebody who finds the importance of creating and holding safe, sacred space and empowered space, that's it for me. Small classes. So not only a lot of one-on-one for me, but I will have an assistant as well. So with 12 people, it's like 2 facilitators, 2 trainers for every person, for 6 people. So so that's a really important and very special aspect of Aloha Om yoga teacher training. And I love that. I love small groups. I love how we can all become a family, how everybody gets to know each other really well. That's a huge part of yoga teacher training, is connecting with your fellow students, your fellow pilgrims that are on this path, and really like creating a bond and a shared experience that you will have together for the rest of your life. You know, that kind that if you don't see somebody for 10 years and then you do, it's like no time has passed. So that's really an important part for me in sharing. So that's embody, that's the embody piece. Evolve. What does evolve mean? What does evolve mean for you? What does it mean for me? What does it mean to continue expanding, to continue growing, to continue in awareness and self-awareness? And so the evolve piece of the training has to do with exploring yoga philosophy and asking exactly that question. What does this philosophy, what does this idea, this concept mean for me, and how can I apply it to my daily life? Do I want to apply it to my daily life? Because we're going to go through a lot of different concepts, philosophies, tools, and some of them are going to resonate right away, and some maybe you'll table for 5 years and then come back to it and have an aha moment. So that's a really sweet and delicious part of yoga as a whole, is that there are so many incredible tools that we can take in, digest, integrate for conscious living. And for what? For what is that purpose? Why would we want to live more consciously and a more self-aware state? And maybe it's, for me, it's to create more intimacy, more joy, more connection with myself, with others, and with, you know, the earth as a whole, with our human family as a whole. And that's the power that the tools of yoga and concepts and philosophy can offer, and so much more. We're going to dive deep through discussion, through experiential exercises, and through self-reflection and journaling, and beautiful group sharing as well. So I love philosophy. I love sharing. I love being able to listen, because I feel like every single person has a different perspective about what we talk about that can really, it opens my heart to be part of this. And it's such a joy, and it's such a delight to continue to grow, expand, and hold the space for that to happen. So that's our evolve piece. And finally, we come to Aloha. So I've spent a lot of time in Hawaii as a massage practitioner. I've dove deep into the studies of Lomi Lomi massage, which is Hawaiian bodywork and Hawaiian philosophy. And I've found such a parallel between Hawaiian philosophy and yogic philosophy. But the beauty that I find in Aloha is that it encapsulates the spirit of generosity, the spirit of unity, the spirit of harmony, the spirit of love. And the Aloha piece of our training has to do with becoming an inspired teacher, with looking at different aspects of what that means to be an inspired teacher. And then to have the excitement to share what you've learned. So I feel Aloha really encapsulates the joy of sharing, the joy of giving, the joy of service or seva, and how that can be a way in to such a joyful way of living. There's so much more to Aloha, and we'll dive in deeper in the training itself, but I don't want to spoil it because there's some really fun exploration that we do in parallel with yogic philosophy with the concepts of Aloha. But just know it's super sweet, it's super juicy, it has all to do with generosity, sharing as a full circle. How to give is to receive, how to receive is to give. So that, I hope, gives you an idea of the essence of Aloha Om Yoga Teacher Training. Please feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. My email is bethany@alohaom.com. You can also find me through www.alohaom.com. And I hope to see you in the next training. Please know that it begins March 20th and runs for 10 days through March 29th, and then follows up with another 10-day immersion the end of May through beginning of June. So more information on the website, but this was really just to give you an idea of the essence of Aloha Om Yoga Teacher Training. I hope you have a beautiful day. Namaste and aloha.